Welcome to the Team MRN Week 3 LCS preview. We're joined today with Echo, the mid player for Team MRN, Claky D, the jungler, and my co-host is Eduardo, our graphics and website guy. Let's do some quick introductions. I'm the Dynasty. You heard me last week, but this is the first week with video. I'm the website content editor and forums general runner, whatnot. Eduardo, go ahead.
I'm Eduardo. Eduardo, Ed, if you can't pronounce it. In Flames as well. I'm the graphics / codemaster / forum admin of Team Arn.
Alright, Claky?
I'm Claky D, and I'm the best jungler, and I play on Team Marn.
What's
And
your... Yeah, sorry, I'll give it back to you real quick. About Claky D, what's your favorite jungler, I guess, and what's your current placement in the ladder system?
I'm Diamond 1 right now. Yeah, I'm Diamond 1 right now, and my favorite jungler is Cassiopeia.
Your favorite jungler is Cassiopeia?
Yeah,
How does that work?
you just clear really fast. It's the fastest clear out of any jungler in the game.
Is this like Saint with Kassadin? You're just gonna talk about it and then never actually do it?
No, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it?
It's gonna
I
happen.
will look forward to that. I look forward to that. Alright, and
Super
then...
TM.
Alright, let's go over to Echo now.
I'm Echo, and I'm the mid player for Team On.
Alright, what's your current favorite champion and your placement in the ladder system?
I'm like 70 points in Diamond 1, and my favorite champion is Anivia.
And Nivea, I think that was not very unexpected, given
Yeah.
given the qualifiers and the bans and so on. Alright, so now that we've got the introductions out of the way, we're going to move on to a quick review of Week 2. Week 2, not the best way it could have gone, I guess. Team Marn dropped both games of Week 2. The first game being against Dignitas, and then TSM. I guess just for either one of you two, what was the kind of the mindset you guys had going in, and how did it, not necessarily translate to the best performance?
I'll answer that. Going into the first game, we had a good idea of what we wanted to do early, and we kind of strayed from that, and it pretty much just snowballed into all hell with Clark getting caught. If your jungler dies with double buff that early, then it puts them so far ahead in pressure and just map control, and it's really hard to come back, definitely with their composition. Our main mistake in picks and bans, I thought we outpicked them, but we gave them KO, which was a mistake, and it just snowballed from that initial kill, and we were just no way to come back from that.
Yeah, I think
And then,
I think the biggest thing that I saw with the Kale pick when that happened was Clark actually made a really nice play to get onto Cutie Pie's Draven, and then Scar just came out of nowhere and just ulted him with like 1 health left, and then you got killed.
Yeah, I proceeded to get killed 10 more times.
I mean, it was at the point in the game where it was pretty downhill anyway, but it was just like, what are you gonna do about it? Scar just comes in and saves him anyway, even when you have a great initiate.
On that topic of Scara, I'm sorry. On the topic of Scara, did you guys look forward, or I mean, not look forward rather, but anticipated the fact that Scara does a lot of research on the teams he's gonna go against? Did you guys kind of think about that before going into this game?
not really too much. I mean, we had an idea of what picks and bans were going to be for both teams, but I don't know, we kind of overlooked Kale just in general, but I don't think that's ever really going to happen again. We expected him to pick Diana, because he was playing Diana or Gragas only before that, and so with banning Gragas, I thought he was going to pick Diana.
Gotcha. Alright, so that game went not super great, but then the game against TSM I thought was much better, but still didn't have quite the same result. So I guess against TSM, one of the biggest issues was map control, as Eduardo was mentioning to me earlier before we started up. What do you guys think about in terms of TSM's maybe early game map control and how that translates to mid game and really help turn the tide of that one? And what's kind of the best way about going about countering that for going forward?
I thought we played the early game pretty well. I don't remember the early game very specifically, but I know they always do dive. And I don't know, I remember we were really even until mid-game, and then we just had a really awful dragon fight, and it just snowballed, and we lost again. It's just like one little mistake against these top teams, and you're done. They're not going to let you back in. And so that wasn't really a small mistake, but it was, I was just poor. We hadn't actually played a game in between our two LCS matches, and so with us playing over-aggressive on Thursday, we played too passive on Friday. And we went back and watched the dragon fight, and it was just, we were playing just way too scared, and it was just, we're just working on finding a middle ground ever since.
Yeah, we were even going into the dragon fight, and we just played it really wrong, and then we got aced, I think, and that kind of just screwed us over.
Another thing I noticed about TSM during that game was that they were overall extremely tanky, so Dyrus was pretty much doing whatever he wanted around the map. What do you guys think that you could have done better to like counter that, or maybe counter it next time if they do pull that?
I think we had a pretty good kite comp, and so we just needed to go off of a Nivea wall and just pick people off and kite back. But that's just, we never really had a chance to after that first fight. They were just too far ahead. We didn't have the damage to pick anyone off.
Yeah, case of snowballing and not being able to turtle it for long enough. I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess kind of a review of your guys' games of Week 2. Did you watch any other of the North American Week 2 games that were notable? Anything come to mind about that at all?
I don't really remember them, to be honest.
Fair enough. Clicky?
What happened in week 2? I don't think anything really crazy happened in week 2.
Vulcan went 0-3. That was one thing I noticed. But then
Right.
they came out today, obviously, and changed that all. But
Yeah, they came out really strong today. We're gonna play them tomorrow.
and then I guess I think one of the interesting games I saw in Week 2 was Complexity's first game. They played against Curse. And,
oh yeah, that was a good match.
That was actually a much better game than I thought it was going to be, given that Curse was stomping everybody, and then Complexity comes out and plays them pretty hard.
Yeah, it's Complexity should have won that game. They choked a couple of times, but they played really well. It was really impressive.
Yeah, so I guess that kind of leads into the rest of that. So the current standings at the end of Week 2, I'll give a quick rundown of that. We're gonna have a graphic, but it's all right. We'll put that in next time. As of right now, this includes games today. Curse is 6-0 in first place. Dignitas is 5-2 in second. TSM is 4-2 in third. In fourth place is CLG at 2-3. Then Complexity and MRN are both tied at 0-2 for fifth place. Seventh place is Vulcan at 2-5, and then Good Game University brings up eighth at 1-4. So, a whole lot of moving to do in the bottom, I guess, 6 positions really, with everyone being pretty tightly grouped there. Going into Week 3, there's 2 games for Team MRN, I think, specifically. This is kind of an interesting week. TSM's off, and then since Curse, CLG, and Dignitas all played each other a whole bunch, now it's mostly those 3 playing against the other 4 teams that are left from the other qualifiers. So, what do you guys think about the games today? We saw Vulcan come out, beat CLG, and then they turn around and beat Complexity. Also, Curse beat. They played Good Game, right? I think. Yeah.
GGU,
Curse beat Good Game, and then the other 2 games were both pretty unnotable, if you ask me. Or the last game was pretty it wasn't a super great game. It was Dignitas versus.
That was
CLG,
Complexity.
I think.
It was who was it?
Complexity
I'm sorry.
played in the last game. They didn't get a kill.
Oh,
I forget
okay.
who they were against though.
All right.
Complexity played against Vulcan.
That's right.
That's
it was
right.
Vulcan.
Yeah, it was really crazy to see Vulcan's performance this day compared to last week's. They did really bad in the last 2 weeks, but today they did really well. So we're excited to play them tomorrow.
Yeah, it was like a completely different team from my perspective of watching the games. They just played really strong. Like, I was just waiting for them to throw it against CLG, and they played their poke really well and never really, lost that. More specifically now going into Team MRN games, because that's what we're most interested in. The first game is this one against Good Game University tomorrow at 5 PST. This will be the first time, obviously, you guys have played Good Game. They've said, and I've heard from Reddit, Twitter, whatever, that they're throwing out a lot of cheese. I think they ran Leona jungle today. Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
So
Biz mid, Leona jungle.
yeah. So how you
This is
guys preparing for that whole cheese strat that they're hinting at and possibly using?
I'm not really scared of their cheese. I actually think if they're gonna cheese us, it's not gonna be the same thing that they showed today.
Right.
But I just know that if myself and the rest of the team are playing on their game, we're gonna win both of our matches tomorrow.
For sure. Not to like give away strategies or anything, because that would be a bad idea. But
Don't pull a Dyrus.
yeah. Is there like any specific lanes or players that you guys have any like sort of focus on against Good Game University?
Not really. I think we're just gonna play it by ear with our picks. I don't know. I don't know if what they did today they consider cheese. I just consider it a strong early game comp. Like I don't consider that cheese. But I don't know. We're just gonna pick safe and just play our game, and what happens happens.
Yeah. I noticed one thing from that game. Who did they play? They played Curse, right? That's who it was. Yeah.
GGU?
Yeah, they played Curse, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the game where Jackie pulled the Zanya's teleport, and Leona blew her ult on nobody, and that really turned that fight in the jungle. It was a really interesting.
Yeah, it was a really good play. I was kind of mad because he stole my barrier TF because I beat him with that yesterday, and then he ran it today.
Very nice, very nice. You should ask for some royalties on that one.
Yeah, I should.
Alright, so then the other game that MRN has tomorrow is against Vulcan, obviously, as we've been hinting at. But, Vulcan's been on this hot streak today. They came out really bad in the first 2 weeks, then today they just killed everyone. So how do you guys think that it's going to be handling their overall strength and just the way they showed to be on top of their game today?
I don't know. Like you said, they definitely looked like a whole different team. I was really impressed with just how well they could turn things around. But I don't know. We have a good idea of what they're going to pick off of today. I doubt they're really going to shy away from what just works so well. And so we're just going to have to just pick accordingly, like strong picks against that. And yeah, just not get behind early. You can't get behind early against those kind of poke comps. You're just done because they have so much sustain. And just they can stall out the game forever with just sieging and you'll lose 100%.
They ran a poke comp both games today. Do you think they're gonna probably stick with that for tomorrow? Any
I'll be surprised if they don't. I don't know why they would do anything different.
Yeah,
Like,
why fix something that's not broken, pretty much?
Yeah. Like they probably consider us weaker than the two teams they beat today, so I don't know why they would change. So
fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so that's kind of the preview of of the matchups for week 3. Eduardo, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, you guys mentioned, I think it was Mega mentioned you guys were kind of like looking into the European scene and the OGN, looking for, I don't know, I guess different play styles. Have you guys, not without revealing any strategies, of course, have you guys taken away anything out of the European qualifiers or anything that's going on with like the OGN or the Chinese or Korean teams?
Not a lot. We mostly, myself personally, I watch players to see how they react to certain situations, like roaming. And the only actual like strategy I've stolen was the Lichbane Ari that was seen in OGN. But I'm kind of already going away from that because Ari just kind of seems meh to me right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Nothing specific we've taken, like we haven't stolen an exact comp from anyone, and even if we had, I wouldn't say what comp, but
Yeah.
no, we kind of, it's something that we think fits our style that we see someone do, we'll try and do it, because that's what we did with Tarek Ergot in the qualifiers. So,
Worked out pretty well.
We just kind of just watch everything, get a little bit of all the different styles, and take what we think's best and mix it all together.
All right. I guess in terms of that whole going into the game, it's obviously different than your scrims, than your regular, solo queue, whatever your practice times. Is there anything different you guys do to prepare for just going into this LAN environment and just having like, these ladder games, these more important ones?
Uh, I don't know. You can't psych yourself out. You can't think of how important the games are, even though right now they aren't as important just because it's so early in the season. But you can't. You have to just take it as a game. You have to play like a normal scrim or something, because otherwise you're gonna get nervous. I have been having nerve problems lately. I'm not that familiar with the LAN environment, but I've been working on it, and hopefully it won't affect me this week.
Yeah.
Um,
Go
I'm
ahead.
personally like really familiar with like I guess not really like it wouldn't be called LAN because I play fighting games, but it's like I don't know live
Live.
events.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean, I think even no matter how much you play, you're still gonna get nerves. But for me, it's like nothing like it used to be when I first started playing competitive games.
Fair enough. Is anyone, did you guys notice last week there was a lot of flu stuff going on? I think Echo, you said you played while you were sick, and then when you guys played TSM, odd one paused to go to the bathroom or something like that. Is everyone, getting over that now, or is that still going to be an issue for all these teams coming as the weeks are going forward?
I would assume everyone's better. I'm feeling better now. Just
Awesome.
hopefully I won't be nervous this week, and I can just play my best.
Yeah.
My
Won't
left
be a
technician's
liability.
just jumping around.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have to find a way to calm down before the matches because I just get kind of psyched up about it. I don't know, just because it happens like once or twice a week. It's so big, and it's like everyone judges you off of like one game, and one mistake can make you lose for that week. It's just a lot riding on it.
Right.
The pitchforks of Reddit.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
actually haven't been on Reddit since I went 0 and 10. So
I probably wouldn't go on Reddit either if I went on 10.
All right, so I guess that brings us to our closing. As always, this show is brought to you by TeamMarn.com. I'll do my best to keep posting stories and updates about Team Marns and general LCS games each week. I forgot to do one for last week because I was real busy with schoolwork, but I will definitely have one up for this weekend. Go to the forums. We have an Ask the Pros section. It's great. All these guys, except for Claky, but hopefully Claky soon, have a forum account set up, and they take some time to answer questions every so often. We'll make sure we'll get Claky to do one pretty soon, and then we'll have everybody. So that's always a good source of just a little bit of interaction. As all these guys have Twitter accounts, as you can see on the overlay. But do you guys want to pitch any streams or Facebook accounts or anything like that?
Yeah, follow me for my stream at twitch.tv/thebts. I should be getting that changed soon to where it's actually something with Echo. So yeah, follow me there. I stream practically daily.
So that was twitch.tv/thebts.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw something up there in the comments with that link. And then Clicky, you have a stream, right?
yes, it's twitch.tv/ClaykyD. No E's, just ClaykyD.
No.
And my
worries.
Twitter is at ClaykyD. No E's.
All right, perfect, cool. You guys have any shout-outs, anything like that before we go?
Just a shout out to all family and friends, everyone supporting me. It's just still kind of surreal being down here playing, but hopefully we'll do better this week and show everyone that we didn't get lucky on one weekend.
For sure.
I just want to give a shout out to Marm and his new bald head.
Yeah, I heard Martin shaved his head.
Someone
Yeah, it
will
looks
have to
weird.
someone will have to post a picture of that. Okay, so as always, I'll let Eduardo go real quick after this, but Team Martin sponsored by Mad Cats. Just throw that out there, and then make sure you hit up the website. Also, my stream is twitch.tv/thedynasty2430, but I will probably only stream for this show, so I don't play a whole lot of League on stream. Eduardo, you got anything?
Just follow me on Twitter, I guess. Shout out to Team Martin. You guys are awesome. Shout out to you, man. The Dynasty. Great show.
Thank you, sir.
Glad to be on it. Shout out to the sponsor, Mad Cats, and TeamMartin.com, my baby.
And then
Make sure to go there and register on the forums and post a lot. Bother these guys with questions.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it, pretty much.
And thanks again for the much improved video or optical overlays and so on. I was getting to that, yeah, for this week. Thanks to Eduardo for that. That's really nice for you. All right, so yeah, rep the team March. It's not on the stream because I had to do the screen region. But
Oh,
Clay keeps trying to
okay.
show off the team March shirt. They're
Alright.
they're pretty cool. Check them out tomorrow when they play. They'll be on the. You'll be wearing those ones, right?
I don't know which ones we're wearing.
All right. Well, check out.
They have like a closet, like a walk-in closet
Yeah.
full of like every single possible tone of Marn shirts.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back next week with another round of Team Marn League of Legends Championship Series preview. So check back in with us next week. Thanks, guys.
Alright,
Thanks,
you.
guys.